Hello again, this is Jason, and in this video I'm going to walk you through ordering yellow letters. Now the first thing you want to do is access the V8 Gmail account, and in that you should receive an email with information about the CSV file. So what you want to do is find the appropriate email that's pertaining to this particular order. In this case it's Quad 1 or Quadrant 1 absentee owner list for June. And here's some instructions as to what numbers to use and actually the file. So what you want to do is download this file to your desktop. In the future we plan to just provide a link to the Dropbox folder or the file in the Dropbox folder. You can just access it that way. But for now, go ahead and just download the CSV file, put it on your desktop, and then I'll show you what to do with it next. Alright, so going back to the yellowletterlady.com website, what you want to do is once you get on the website, click Mail or Start an Order. Once you click on that, it's going to take you to this page here. It's going to open up, and what you're going to want to do is select I'd like to start an order. You're going to type in Dave or David. I think I'll just shorten it real quick. And the reason why we're going to do that is because when they're looking for payment on this invoice, they're going to link that name to the credit card that's being used. The email address is housebuyer.va@gmail, and we're using that as a general inbox for different orders for processing. So anybody can actually go into this particular email and be able to take care of the order as well as look at the proofs and so forth. Alright, your phone number. This is going to be the general admin phone number that we're going to use for the yellow letter campaign as a whole. And where this number comes from is actually from the REI Black Book. Right here, it's going to be the general admin number. And so what happens is, say if a vendor calls this number, it's going to forward that call to my personal cell phone number. If I don't answer within a short period of time, then it's going to ring Dave's phone number. If Dave doesn't pick up, then it actually goes into a text response saying, hey, I'm sorry, I missed your call. Hey, can I call you back in a little bit? Something as simple as that, and it comes from my email, or excuse me, from my cell phone text message to the person who tried to call. So that's why we're using that number, and we can always just route it to different people depending on who's on the team at that time. Alright, so getting back to the yellow letter. So that's the phone number you want to use, as well as that information will be in the email itself. Alright, use this number. Okay, going back. Alright, so in the yellow letter itself, we're going to say this letter is from Jason Collins. We'll use my wife, Maggie, as the spouse's name. The phone number used, this is the number that's going to be actually in the letter that the prospect or the homeowner is going to be calling to get more information or to respond to. Again, this number is for the Quadrant 1 number that's in REI Black Book. So that's that number right there. And they call me, or they call this number and it's forwarded to me, and then however else we want to route that number in the future. If you don't have access to REI Black Book, that's okay, because it's going to be here. This is going to be available to you for reference purposes. Now going back here again, sorry I'm having to jump back and forth, but since this is the first video that I'm creating regarding this, that's why I'm going into a little bit more detail. Alright, the return address, it's going to be 3755 Avocado Boulevard, number 212. That's the street address. The city right here is going to be La Mesa. Make sure you put that there. And California in 91941. Alright, because the return address is going to be the same as to where these letters that are going to be printed in bulk are going to be shipped to, just click same as return address above until as such time you're directed to change that. Alright. We want the printing company to insert those yellow letters into the actual envelopes that will be used. We want them to do that so we don't have to. All right, then click yes. We understand these are some of the tips and recommendations that they suggest we follow. All text in proper case, uppercase, or excuse me, I'm not going to read down this, you can read it. But rest assured, the letter that we're going to use, excuse me, the list that we're going to be using has already been scrubbed to match most of these criteria. Except for we do intend to mail to P.O. boxes as well as private mailboxes. And so we're going to put that here in this information box, letting them know that that's what we intend to do, as well as we want them to carbon copy or CC me on any email correspondence that they have to that VA inbox, as well as letting them know that Dave's going to be paying this invoice for this particular order. Again, that may change over time, but for now, go ahead and write this in as such. Here, when you go to this email, go ahead and, like I mentioned earlier, go ahead and download that and put that on your desktop. I've already did that for this demonstration. So select File, go to your desktop, and let's see, right there, that's where it's on my desktop. So what I would do is I would select that, and that's pretty much it. Once you've got the file there, it'll show right there. Go ahead and submit. I'm not going to submit this because then that will get this order going, but that's the process for starting the order on the yellow letter campaign. All right, that's all I have. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give me a call.